own a home or have plans to in the future? Or are you upside down in your mortgage and need help? Tune in right now to the Call Toni Real Estate Radio Show with Toni Patillo and her co-host Carla Dennis. This is where you come to learn about buying real estate. Here's Toni.
Hello, Los Angelinos. I'm your host, Toni Patillo, and you're listening to Call Toni Real Estate Radio here on KEIB AM 1150, The Patriot.
You're always talking about a new word. What's the word going to be this week?
We're going to talk about emotions. This is something that every human being is affected by emotions.
That's right.
We either have upside of emotions or we have downside of an emotion. There's so many different definitions of emotion. There's like abandonment, there's anger, anxiety, betrayal, there's bitterness, there's conflicts. There's pages and pages through the entire alphabet of these emotions that we experience. And it kind of dictates how you deal with things, and particularly in real estate. And that's because you're dealing with a very, very important aspect of their life, which is their finance, right?
Absolutely.
So finances have a tendency to really pull on people's emotions. It's like you get this knot in your stomach because you can't deal with the thought of either the unknown or you either have the fear of, right? But then there's the other side of emotions where people are excited and they're really super happy about something, or they're totally fired up or totally driven by something. What I'm going to do today, Carla, is I'm going to share some of Tony Robbins' wisdom about emotional mastery.
Okay.
All right, because emotional mastery is the key to living a life that you direct, okay? Once you are able to master your emotions, then you have the absolute direct power over what you feel in every single moment, no matter what happens around you. This is one of the most important skill sets that you can really develop, is when you can master your emotions. Now, there are three forces in the world that determine what you feel, and these forces are called the triad. So with these triads together, they create every emotional state that you can possibly have. And in order to master your emotions and consciously choose these emotions that you want to live in, you need to understand the three forces and how to use them to your advantage. So when you become present and you become really conscious of how you're feeling or how you're affected by something, this is when you can literally change the emotions. There's the physiology. This is emotion that's created by motion.
Right. So
if you notice when you're slumped over, let's say you're slumped over your shoulders, you're leaning your head forward, you kind of show that you're in a state of depression, right? Mm-hmm. But when you recognize that you're in that state, you really have the ability to change that state.
Right.
And you can change that emotion. You can stand up straight, you can pull your arms back, you can hold your hands up, and at that point, you're starting to feel completely different.
Exactly.
Isn't that interesting?
It's very interesting.
So the other, one of the other triads is your language. Now, language comes in many forms, and one of which includes the questions that you ask yourself, either aloud or inside your head. And if you could ask yourself something like, why does this always happen to me? And that's going to evoke a certain type of emotion, a certain type of an energy, right? Instead of you saying, why does this always happen to me? You can say, how can I benefit from this? Or where is the gift in this? Or what's humorous about this? Mm-hmm. Just that shift of language can shift your emotional state and can shift the outcome of what it is you're looking to achieve. It's really important to start learning how to control your emotions. And the third way to work with this third triad is focus. So the first triad is physiology. Okay, that's your physical movement. The second triad is the language that you choose to work with. And the third triad is your focus. Where your focus goes, energy flows. And I say this all the time. What you focus on expands. And where the energy flows, whatever you're focusing on grows, okay? In other words, your life is controlled by what you focus on. So if you focus on what you don't have or what's wrong, then you're always going to be in a negative state. Your emotions will be affected by that, and you'll be down, you'll be depressed, you'll be disappointed, right? But if you focus on what you want or you focus on what you would like to have or what you desire or what makes you happy, then your attention is going to shift with that. It has no other choice. So you shift your focus toward where you want to go, and your actions will take you in that direction. When you can influence your emotions using the triad, you can choose to spend more of time in a positive, resourceful, emotional states. And from these states, you'll make decisions. You'll make decisions that will help you reach your highest potential and enjoy the life you want in every moment of your life. From these states, you'll make the decisions that will help you reach your highest potential and enjoy your life in every moment. So to get your copy of these 3 triads, I invite everyone listening to go to my toolbox, which is tonisword.com. That's tonisword with an I.com. And you can get your own personal copy of those triads. You'll also get some definitions of all the various emotions that come out of there. So that's what I wanted to share today.
That's
emotions.
great. I like it a lot.
Yeah.